Hello and welcome to my tutorial on how to use Noteflight. By the end of this tutorial, you should be familiar with how to create an account as well as the basic setup, layout, and function of this resource. So the first thing that we're going to need to do is go to noteflight.com, and once you do that, it will bring you to the home page here, and we're going to sign up for an account if we've never used an account before. The sign up will look like this, and you'll enter your email address. Once you've done that and it's time to log in, you'll go to the login and enter your information. Once you've logged in, this is going to be your home screen. If you're just creating an account, you will not have any music here. It will be blank. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a new score. So we're going to go up here to the left corner and click on New Score. And we don't want to start by importing an XML or MIDI file, so we want to leave it here checked on the Start from a blank score sheet. Click OK. This is going to be our starting page for our composition. So we'll just title this composition The Rose. And you just click in the boxes here to fill in the information. Alright, so what we want to do after we've set up our title and entered the composer, and if you're using lyrics from someone else, you want to be sure and give them credit. So type their name here in the lyricist box. The first decision you have to make is what instruments you want to have included in your composition. If you just want it to be for the piano, then this starting screen will be just fine because we've got our grand staff over here with a treble and bass clef. But if we want to add another instrument, and I'm going to do that just to show what options we have. We've got bowed string instruments. So we've got our bass, violin, viola, cello, plucked string, woodwinds, brass, our keyboard, there's our piano, unpitched percussion. But for the purposes of this tutorial, I'm going to use the flute. If you want to rename it, you can. This is what will show up on your piece of music, and it will abbreviate it with the letters FL throughout the entire score. It just depends on what you're looking for, but for this I want to leave it as it is. So we click OK. As you can see, it drops it down here to the bottom line, flute down here. Typically we're going to want the solo instrument to be on top, so we're going to bring our cursor over here on top of this box here where it says flute. We're going to click and drag it up above the piano, and it ends up with the flute on top. Let's say we made a mistake and we don't want the flute, you would just click on this trash can. If you want to use a different instrument maybe, let's say we want to use the soprano saxophone, we click OK and it will change it to the soprano sax. I want to leave it on the flute. Okay, so we've got our instrument, we've got our entire page set up here ready to go. This little menu bar over here is going to be your best friend. Let's click out of instruments. So we've got the menu bar. This has everything that you're going to need for this composition. Duration shows the length of the notes that you want. So we've got our whole note, half note, quarter. You can change rhythms. And when you click on it, it's going to throw it up here in the top section. Let's say I don't want rhythms to show. So I unclick it and it takes it away. Okay, so we've got pitch, tempo, text, measure. You can scroll through here. There are a lot of options. Your dynamics, when you need to enter those, repeats, measure. Here is where you can change your time signature and your key signature. which we won't need to do because I want it to be in 4/4 time in C major. In order to click notes into your piece, you simply put your cursor over top. So I'm adding quarter notes here. Okay. An easy way to do this without having to click every single time, you can type in your letter. So right now I'm typing the letter C, but I want it in this octave. So you just use the down arrow to get it there. Then I still want a quarter note and I want the letter D, so I just click D. Let's say now I want an E, but I want it to be a half note. So I go up to the top where it says duration and I click on the half note. You can do eighth notes, quarter notes, whole notes. You can extend the list here so you can see all of them. I like to keep it closed for the most part, just to keep it a little more tidy up here. The most important thing here, let's say we want our music to be just a little bit smaller. We go in here and we click on note size, and you'll see it reduce the size on the page. You can make it very small, or you can make it very large. If you have any students with visual impairments in your class, it may be beneficial to increase that size for them. And if you want to reset it, click Reset to Defaults, click OK, and it will take it back to the way that it was in the beginning. Last but not least, we want to save. It will periodically save as you're working, but just to be safe, you might want to click Save every few minutes just to make sure that you don't lose any changes. And then, the last thing, you can click play and you can listen to it. And then you can stop. If you play, you can pause it, you can take it back to the beginning, you can stop. So you can hear everything that you've done. And finally, when you're finished, you've saved, everything's good, you click on your person here and you log out. And it'll take you back to the home page. I hope that this tutorial has helped you with the basics of how to use Noteflight.